Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhyayamo Dhavalavagunthanavatim Tejomayim Naishtikim Snigdhapangavilokinim Bhagavatim Mandasmita Shrimukhim Vatsalyamritavarshinim Sumadhuram Sankirtanalapiniim Shamangim Madhusiktasuktim Amritanandatmikam. Okay, let's sit erect. Keep your spine straight. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Let your full awareness be on the flow of your breath. Inhale and exhale with full awareness. Feel relaxed. Now let's chant the sacred syllable Om 3 times. While chanting, feel the vibration of Om reverberate throughout your body, each and every cell. And then feel the vibrations emanating from your body to your surroundings. Now, take a deep breath. Om. Om. Feel the sound of Om reverberating through every cell of your body, purifying your body, mind, and surroundings. Now, once again, bring your focus to your breath. Breathe slowly, feel relaxed. As you breathe in, feel the sound of the syllable Ma. And when you breathe out, feel the sound Om. Ma as you breathe in, and Om as you breathe out. Ma represents love, and Om represents light. So feel the love and light permeating your entire being. Continue your breath. Inhale and feel the sound Ma. Exhale with the sound of Om. Continue Ma and Om along with your breath for a while. Om Ma Om Ma Om Ma Om. Slowly, the sounds Ma and Om start dissolving into your breath. And the mind goes deeper and deeper into silence. Now let us conclude this meditation with a short prayer to Amma for world peace, peace and happiness of all the beings all around the world. Let us chant the Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu mantra thrice and pray to Amma for the peace and well-being of all. Om Lokaah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Slowly open your eyes and feel that peace within. I think now we are all ready to hear about mind and body health, right? See, it would be nice if all of you switch on your mics and interact with me a little. I'd like to see you all also. So if your videos are on, that would be great. I can see just 6 faces.
Oh, there's 10 people with their videos on. So maybe, I think, scrolling or something, or...
Yeah, I can see all of you. No, Shwaya. Okay, I'll just give you a brief introduction about myself. I am Maanasi. I graduated and post-graduated in Ayurveda. So that's why Swamiji wanted me to talk to you guys about the body and mind health. But that's a vast, very vast topic because I took at least 8.5 years to study this. So it'll be a short discussion. Basically, that's why I wanted to be interactive. Whenever I speak, if you have any questions or any comments, you can join in and tell me whatever you feel like. Okay. So first of all, I'd like to ask you guys a question. In your mind, what is health? Can somebody answer? What is the meaning of health?
Shivaya, my name is Vaishnavi. For me, health has many different aspects. For
Mm.
example, like there's obviously physical health, but then there's also like mental health, and there's environmental health, like how you treat your environment, how your environment treats you.
Yes,
There are many different aspects, and they're all equally important.
very good. Yes, health is not just physical health. That's what we normally think. Being healthy is to be physically fit. But that's not it. Like Vaishnavi said, health is a complete state of well being, not only of the body, but of the mind. And like she said, the environment, society, everything comes in the definition of health because you have to interact with your society. Even that aspect should be healthy. And then your spiritual health. That is the most important because that actually controls how healthy you are in mind and spirit, and that will definitely reflect in your body health also. So few years ago, if you look at the WHO definition of health, it would just say it is a complete state of well-being. I mean, it's a state of physical and mental well-being and the absence of disease. But now they have also kind of added more words to the definition, saying it is a complete state of physical, mental, and social well being, and not just absence of disease. So, keeping this definition in mind, the latest definition of the WHO, let's go to the Ayurvedic definition of health. 5,000-6,000 years ago in India, somebody defined health as follows: Samadoshaha, Samagnischa, Samadhatu, Malakriyaha, Prasanna Atma Indriya Manaha, Swastha Ityabhidhiyate. So, when can you call a person healthy? So, these are the first line is full of, I mean, they're Ayurvedic terms, dosha, dhatu, and mala. They're basically your bodily functions. So, they should be in balance, is what the first line of the shloka says, Samadosha. I don't know whether you guys have heard. There are three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, according to Ayurveda. But that's not important now because then I'll have to explain the detail of each dosha. It will take 8.5 years, like I told you. So, these doshas are basically functional entities within every living being. And when they are in balance, bodily functions will work normally. This is what Ayurveda says. And Ayurveda also does not believe in treating symptoms of a disease. It believes in bringing back this balance. So when we treat a disease, we are not thinking about whether this symptom has come down or that symptom has come down. The symptoms will come down automatically when the balance is brought back. So this is what our system of medicine believes. So sama dosha, sama agni. Agni is very, very important. What is agni? I'm not talking about fire, but the body has its own agni. The heat in the body is basically because of a lot of chemistry, right? So the digestive fire from the grossest level of agni is actually the digestive fire or the enzymes or whatever you say related to digestion. But there is an agni in every level which catalyzes or which helps something to transform from something into something else. How does your food become homologous to your body? It is because of this agni. Whatever we call as enzymes or hormones, we can all put that under the broad term of agni. But not just that. Inside a cell also there is an agni which helps it to metabolize whatever nutrition it gets through this agni. So agni is something that can be seen throughout from macrocellular to microcellular level. So, I mean from macro to micro. So sama agni. So this agni should be in balance at all these levels. Your hunger should be proper. You have to have a good appetite. But just having good hunger or appetite is not enough. If your metabolism is slow, what will happen? What will happen? You'll not digest it, it'll all go to storage, leading to obesity. Yes? So, metabolism and digestion, all these functions come under the purview of this word Agni. So, in the gross level, you should be able to digest what you ate, but in the subtler level, you should be able to metabolize what you eat. It should, all the cells in the body should receive appropriate nutrition from your food, not just the fat tissue, right? So that is why this Agni is, I mean, it should be in balance. Samadosha, Samagnischa, Samadhatu, Malakriya, Samadhatu. So dhatus we can say are the, different kinds of tissues in your body, like your blood, your bones, your fat. There are 7 dhatus according to Ayurveda. Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asti, Majja, Shukra. Rasa is the liquid portion of your blood. You can say that. Rakta is the blood cells. Mamsa, the muscles. Medas, the fat. Asti, bones. Majja, bone marrow. And Shukra, the reproductive fluids. So these are the 7 different dhatus. So they should be in balance. Obviously, when your doshas are in balance, when your agni is in balance, your dhatu also should automatically be in balance because they derive nutrition from the food that you eat. And if the agni is proper, they will derive their nutrition well and they will keep the body in a state of balance, well nourished. And next, most important, malakriya, samadhatu malakriya. The function of excretion should be proper, balanced. Otherwise, what happens? Constipation, loose motion, whatever. imbalance creates chaos, right? So, functions of excretion. So, these are the 4 physical aspects of health: Sama dosha, Sama agni, Sama dhatu, and Malakriya. The first line of the shloka talks about the physical aspects of health. Now, the second line, Prasanna Atma Indriya Manaha. Prasannata, the literal translation is happy. But here it talks about the wellness. Wellness of what? Atma. See, we did not exclude the Atma. Modern science does not talk about it. But our definition of health first talks about Atma. So the Atma should be in a state of happiness, in a balanced state. Indriyas. What are the Indriyas? The sense organs. Organs of sense and organs of action. Both. They are called Indriyas. The Jnanendriyas and the Karmendriyas. Jnanendriyas are what? The 5 sense organs. Organs of sight, smell, touch, hearing, and
Taste.
can't hear you loudly.
Taste.
Huh?
Taste.
She said taste. I think her
Taste.
microphone is.
Very good. That is the most important. People won't forget that. Taste. Yes. And then the 5 organs of action, what are they?
Speaking is one.
Speaking is one. So yeah, the tongue works both as a sense organ and an organ of action, right? Through taste, it is a sense organ, but while it speaks, it's actually an organ of action. Okay. Then,
Eating.
hmm?
Eating.
Eating? Yeah, that's what your tongue is doing, right?
Oh, right. Sorry.
But when you have to do something, what do you use?
Hands.
Yes. And when you have to walk, your feet.
Right.
And then it's the organs of excretion and reproduction. These are the 5 ways you act in this world. If you have to do something, these are the 5 things you do. Right? So, and then there is an organ which acts as, it is called an ubhayendriya, not just the tongue. There is another aspect of, another sense organ that acts as both organ of action and organ of sense. Which is that? Other than the tongue.
Listening.
No.
Brain.
No. Yeah, you're kind of close.
Buddhi.
No. Buddhi is a faculty. But what drives the buddhi?
Mind.
Mind. Exactly.
Oh.
So mind is used to perceive things, also process it, and also it is the mind that actually drives you to work. Right or wrong?
Right.
So that is why the mind is called an ubhayendriya. Both it senses things, it receives, it processes, and it also gives out. Without a mind, you cannot do any action, right? So it is the mind that controls both the sense organs and the organ of action. So now we come to, Prasanna Atma Indriya Manaha. That's the second line. And when all these factors come together, Samadosha, Samagnischa, Samadhatu, Malakriyaha, Prasanna Atma Indriya Manaha, then Swastaha. Only then can a person be called healthy. So, by this definition, how many of us are healthy?
No one.
Why? Why so?
Because we eat junk food.
So many a times we already know what is making us unhealthy, right or not? But still, why do you think we remain unhealthy?
The word
Inability to take action.
Inability?
Yes. Or
the choice not to take
how do I
action.
say it in English?
I
Hmm?
guess because you're attached to things that you're really, like you really want, like per se chocolate. You really like how it tastes, and
So
you can't
basically, no
control.
control over your likes and dislikes. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one very important aspect. Okay, so now we go to what Ayurveda perceives as the cause of disease. Okay, listen to me carefully. They say that I'll again give you some Sanskrit terms because these terms are very catchy. It'll stick to your mind. It should. So the first cause they say is asatmya indriya artha samyoga. Remember this word. Asatmya means unnatural or abnormal. Okay. In this context, this word means abnormal. Abnormal union of indriya and its artha. Indriya is the sense organ or the 10 indriyas that we spoke about, and artha is the object of the senses. Okay, indriya artha. So when the indriyas and its artha come together abnormally, that is called asatmya indriya artha samyoga. Got it? So what happens, like, you know how to use your eyes, but what if you start staring at the sun when it's 12 in the afternoon?
You can get blinded.
Exactly. So that is an abnormal way to use your indriya, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
No. Nowadays, you don't have to look at the sun. You're doing enough by looking at your phones. Yes or no? Is it balanced? Are you doing enough or you're doing too much? Think. Hmm?
You're doing too much.
Yeah. If we introspect, we will know where we are doing asatma indriya artha samyoga. In the same way, how are you abusing your ears?
You're having headphones in your
Headphones
ears.
all the time, loud volumes, listening to loud music, or that is, yes. And then, how do you misuse your skin?
You put like chemicals or moisturizers on you.
Yeah, chemicals, moisturizer, or, you know, what do you say? Getting too much of the sunlight when you don't need it, or the opposite, not getting enough sunlight. Basically, nowadays it's the opposite. People are not getting enough sunlight. So that's why you have vitamin D deficiency. So abnormal does not just mean excess, it means underuse also. You got that? That's why I said abnormal. I didn't say excessive use, I said abnormal use. So overuse and underuse or misuse. You are supposed to be using it in a particular way, but you're doing it in a different way. That is called misuse, right? Okay, there is a way to do something. When somebody tells you not to um, look at a solar eclipse directly with your naked eyes, and you still, out of curiosity, do it, then what is that called? Hmm?
Stupidity.
It's misuse of your eyes, yes. So overuse So this asatmya indriyartha samyoga are in three ways you can understand. Ayoga or underuse, ati yoga or excessive use, or mithya yoga, misuse. Got it? So that is the first cause of disease. Asatmya indriya artha samyoga. Now we spoke only about the physical aspects of that. Now the same indriyas, when you use it, like, okay, it's okay that you use your eyes to watch TV or whatever. But what you watch is also important, right? Hmm? If you indulge in watching unwanted stuff on the TV, what does that mean? Hmm? Like pornography or whatever nonsense. What does that do to your mind? So that is also mithya yoga of your eyes. So that affects your mental health. While these things, the just looking at harsh light or not using your eyes enough, all that falls under the physical aspect. But what happens when you indulge in things that you're not supposed to, ethically and morally? What does that do? It affects your mind. Yes or no? So that is how you should understand the physical and the psychological aspects of these things that I'm talking to you about. Asatma Indriyartha Samyoga does not only mean physical, it also talks about your mental health. So you should be able to control what you watch, or you should be able to decide what you should see or not see, hear or not hear. If you're always in the habit of gossiping, somebody keeps talking, the other person keeps listening. Is that a good use of your ears
No.
or your tongue? No. So there also you should be aware of the limits that you should put for yourself to keep healthy in body and mind. Did you get it? Yeah. So Asatmi Indriyartha Samyoga is the first aspect. The second aspect is Kala, which is basically time. So over time, your body will definitely wear off. Old age will set in and all that. Yes. And Kala here also means your past karmas will come back to you in some or the other way. Because we are believers in the law of karma. So whatever we have done in this life, or if you believe in past lives, whatever we have done in past lives, all that can also come in the form of diseases of both body and mind in this life. So Kala also means the effect of time over your body, that means aging. And it also means your previous karma phala. Did you get that? This is another cause of. So that's why we have these idiopathic diseases. There is no perceivable cause for these diseases. Why did I get it? I was very strict with my diet and exercise and routine and all that, but still I became sick. Why? How did this cancer come to me? These questions always make a lot of people think what may be the cause. So that's when our sages have said, okay, if not in this life, it might come from a previous life where certain karma got accumulated, and that's how it's coming back at you in such and such a way. So that is Kala. And the third one is the most important, and it's actually talking about all the three together. In fact, there is an element of the third one in both the first and the second cause. What is that? It is called Prajna Aparadha. Prajna Aparadha. Prajna and Aparadha. Two words come together called Prajna Aparadha. Prajna is to know. Okay. Knowledge. Prajna is knowledge. Prajna aparadha. Aparadha, what does aparadha mean? Many of you know the meaning of that word. Can somebody tell me the meaning of the word aparadha?
Mistake.
So like,
Mistake.
okay.
Mistake. Correct. So prajnaparada is knowingly committing mistakes. Right? You know that something is wrong, but like you said, you can't help it. That is when you commit certain actions which are harmful to both you and society. Right? So if a small child does something wrong, we don't blame the child because we know the child is ignorant. Right? But when our faculties are all working properly and we still indulge in something that we shouldn't do, then it is called prajnaparada. So, see, this asatma indriyartha samyoga also is because, not because we don't know, we know it and still we indulge. Right or wrong? And the same, kala, whatever karma you did in the past is coming back to you. All those things you did knowingly. Most of the time we know that we are doing something wrong and it's not helpful for us or the society. It's not good for our health. Like somebody said, junk food. You know it's not good for you, but you still can't help it. Right? So actually the word prajnaparada should be also be taken for both physical and psychological health. Physical health is like you know you should exercise, but you don't do it. You know you shouldn't eat this, but you still want it. So these kind of things knowingly you are doing to yourself. Nobody else can be blamed. It's just because you don't have control over your senses, these things are happening. Ill health will come. And the psychological aspect is again, you know something is wrong, ethically, morally, but you still want to do it. Committing violence, hurting somebody by mind or by thought, deed, or word. You know it's not healthy for you or for anybody, but you still cannot help it. So these are the three only causes for diseases, what Ayurveda says. Just think about it. Nobody is saying, see, when you go into a textbook of medicine, they will say this may be the cause, that may be the cause, infection, whatnot. So many infective causes or lifestyle causes, dietary causes, autoimmune causes, psychological causes. In fact, nowadays everybody is coming to know that most of the disease, if not all, are all psychosomatic in nature. Right? Psychosomatic means it's not only a physical cause that has caused it, some psychological stress that has been within you for a long time can cause many problems in your body. So even if you have like a very simple fever, fever comes when you are immunologically compromised. Immunology also depends on stress. Sometimes if you have chronic stress, your immunity will go down. So it's all interrelated. You can't say that you have a healthy mind and an unhealthy body or vice versa. It's all interconnected. There are
Actually,
psychological causes for all diseases. Yes, Arun.
actually, I was wondering, is it a good time to transition to the breakout discussion
Yeah,
so people can
I'll
kind of
just
process?
conclude.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Because
great.
see, these three causes should be known to all of you. So this is what we are discussing. So this is what I thought. Physical and mental health all come to this word prajnaparada. It all depends on knowingly doing things that are not healthy for you, both in mind and physically. If this is clear, then we can also go to the next step where, see, all the Shastras say, Sharira Madhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. If you want to be dharmic, you're all Ayudhyans, right? Amrita Yuga Dharma Dhara. Dharma, if you need to go be dharmic or you want to propagate dharma, I'm not talking about propagating a religion, I'm talking about dharma. What do you have to be first? Healthy, right? So it is your primary dharma to look after your health, both body and mind. Only then can you become fit to serve the world and serve yourself. So health should be a priority, both body and mind. Health should be our priority. You don't have to be obsessed about anything. Don't get obsessed in go into a diet or go into doing excessive exercise. No, there should be a balance. What remember, samya, what asatma indriyartha samyoga, hina, ati, and mithya yoga. You should avoid that at all costs. Overuse, underuse, and misuse. Avoid it. At the same time, use it properly. And what is that proper use called? It is not just sukha. It should not just be convenient for you or comfortable. It should be hita. Hita, the word hita means beneficial. Beneficial for you. What you like may not be always beneficial for you, right? So understand everything in this light. From now on, whatever you eat, whatever you see, whatever you listen to, ask this question to yourself: is this beneficial for me? What is this good for me? This is what you should ask. Not will I like this so I do it, or I like this so I eat it. Is this good for me? Should be the question you ask. And the answer to that will make you see what you're doing wrong. And that will help you, filter all the unwanted stuff and do only what is hita or beneficial for you and for everybody. And that will definitely bring about physical and mental health. Okay, I hope I'm clear. So now we can go into discussing. If you have any questions, you can ask.
So that's absolutely great. Thank you so much, Maanasi Chechi. So now we will take a moment to think about, in breakout rooms, we'll have a discussion. Think about what Maanasi Chechi just shared with us. Like, is this good for me? Am I living a balanced life? Am I knowingly committing mistakes? All those things. So if I know it's bad for me, I'm still doing it. So please think about it and really try to integrate, like think in your life. Why, like, are you having a hard time living a healthy mind and body experience? And then you can come back after the breakout discussion. So one person from each breakout room will then ask a question, and then Maanasi Chechi will then address that question as well from her satsang. So we will start with the breakout discussion. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, so not super long. And then please talk amongst yourselves and really try to challenge and think and how it applies to your life. That'll be great. Okay. Great. And then Kaiva just started the breakout rooms. Thank you, Kaiva.
Path of, yeah, like on the path of like changing yourself in terms of like health, how do we get the like are is it how do we get the conviction, I guess, to be able to do that? And like, are there other factors that are involved in just changing it, or is it just you just one day you just decide that you don't do it anymore? Or it's like something along those lines is what I remember asking. Yeah.
And what did you get from what I said? You share that.
Sure. Yeah, I think the biggest thing I took away is about what you were saying about love. So I guess in like I guess what we're usually like, I guess I was introspecting on it a little bit too. So I was thinking, what we're usually surrounded by is like, I guess, like a sense of fear because we're just involved in like repetitive habits and actions and all the time, but without really thinking about it too much. But I guess like when we introspect and like we start using like our mind a little bit, and then we do it from a path of love, then then I guess it gives us more of that conviction because you were saying when we were speaking, there's no effort when there's love. I mean, yeah, when there's love, there's no effort. So things just happen very naturally. So I think that's like probably the biggest thing that I took away from that.
Yeah, just to expand on it, I said there is no effort when this is what Amma teaches. Like she gives the example of the young mother who's just given birth to a child. She doesn't complain when the child wakes up in the night and cries. She does her duty with love and no complaints. And it should be the same attitude when we are dealing with ourselves and the world. When it comes out of love, then it is easy to decide what is good for you and what is not, what is good for others and what is not. But when it comes from fear, it doesn't work all the time. Like fear of God should not be the factor that keeps you from doing wrong things. It should be out of love. Love not only for God, but for yourself and for society. That should be the factor that keeps you from doing wrong stuff. And when that is the motivating factor, then there is no effort at all because once you love something, you will do it effortlessly. Yes or no?
Right.
So that's what we were talking about. Any questions other than this? Anybody has something to add? Please come forward.
I have a follow-up question then.
Yes.
How would you cultivate the love?
How do you cultivate love? Love is not like. You don't have to try to like something to start loving it. Because after what you like, obviously, like Amma says, dislike is around the corner. You think you like something, but when you start overindulging or when it suddenly uh, goes away from you, it will turn into a disaster. So you shouldn't confuse between liking and loving. You can cultivate liking something, but love is not something you can cultivate. Love is something that has to come. It will come on its own. Because you can also see when you truly love something or someone, you're not thinking too much, trying to, increase that amount of love in quantity. No, this is just absolute love. Did somebody teach you to love your parents? No, it just came, it just comes naturally. So, love is a natural phenomenon. There is no need to cultivate it. It is a feeling that will come when there is that kind of a, in fact, when you are happy, you can love. And when you love, you are happy. So, like, you should, there are people who always say, I love chocolates, but they're actually meaning, I like chocolates. We get confused between love and like. That is the problem. Okay. I hope the answer is clear. Do you want to add anything?
Should we go to the next breakout
Sure.
room?
Any question? Any more questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go to the next breakout room. So that was actually room 2, Anuj. If did anyone else? I don't think anyone else from room 2 had any more questions, right?
We
Or
had one question from our room specifically.
Yeah, go
Uh,
ahead.
it was more about it was about we knew that there's a lot of layers on how overall health could be.
Mm.
And we all know that we're unhealthy in some shape or form. I know I'm especially with being a college student, I get no sleep.
Mm.
So then like our question is, where do we get started? How do we get started?
Where do we get started? You just have to start. There is no where. When you think you're not sleeping enough, take a step forward and stop doing things that is affecting your sleep. Cut that off and go to sleep. Don't wait for something to happen. That is the problem. You're waiting for something to happen so that you can do something. Okay, I'll wait for New Year's Eve to make my resolutions. What does that mean? You're waiting for something to give you an excuse to start a new discipline or whatever. No, right now. If you want to do something, do it from this moment on. That's the only way. Don't wait for opportunities because it's all in your hand. You know what you have to do. Just do it. Just start. No other way. There's no shortcut. Okay, I'll start dieting from today. Many people have these kind of things. Okay, I'll start dieting from today. And then today something else comes up and it doesn't happen. Okay, then I'll wait for the next Ekadashi to start Upavasam. No, do it now. Okay, that's the only way. That's it. Asatmi Indriyartha Samyoga, mind control. Your mind is always in your hands. You cannot say, I cannot help it. You actually can help everything, but you just need to want to help yourself. This mind is, they say in the Bhagavad Gita, Atmaiva Hyatmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmana. This mind itself can be your best friend and your worst enemy, but you should choose what the mind should be. That is absolutely in your own hands. Okay.
okay.
Any next question?
Room 3, so Aryan, Parvati, Punya, Raj, and Shrey. Any questions?
Yeah, I think I can go. Mhm.
Yep.
So our group had a couple of questions. I think the first one is actually related to what you already spoke on the mind. The question was how to break those unhealthy habits that actually make us to do those unhealthy things. And what are some of the ways? And yeah, another not so important question is how do we learn these terminologies that you
You don't have
mentioned?
to learn the terminologies, just imbibe the ideas. Okay. It's always cool to know a new term so that how did these terms karma and dharma and all come into the English language? Because they're cool. Same way, I just put these terms so that some people have this habit of latching onto the term. If you don't, it's okay. Just remember what they meant. So the three things, Asatmi, Indriyartha Samyoga, Kala, and Prajnaparada, you don't have to remember the terms. Just say misuse of sense organs, time, and knowingly doing some wrong stuff. That's enough. Then Next question.
Okay, and then last but not least,
Actually, sorry. I think, Raj, there was the first part of your question, right? Which is how do you break the unhealthy habits?
Yes.
I think I already addressed it. That's
Right,
why he
Rico.
jumped into the
Yeah,
second
the
question.
first question was how to break the habits that lead to unhealthy choices, and what are some of the tools or techniques that's easy to break those habits.
See, one thing is habit. Habits are tough to break. It requires conviction of mind only, no other way. Mind should be in your hand. And what to do for the mind to be in your hand? Love. That's what I said in the beginning. If you love something or someone or some ideal good enough to be able to sacrifice your likes and dislikes, that will start the change. Like I was just, I think it was in the group that I said, you're not going and doing wrong stuff. Like there are people who do, but is it out of fear of your parents that you're not doing it or out of love? That should be the question. If you truly love something or somebody, it shouldn't be difficult to give anything up for them. Same thing, it's applicable to yourself. If you truly love yourself, it means you're not supposed to expose your body or your mind to unwanted stuff. Once this, see, that's why contemplation and meditation on these subjects is important. The mind itself is a tool for contemplation. Unless you know and see, unless we talk about these things, you won't think about it. When you start thinking about it, it should definitely start bringing about some change in your mindset. Saying the earlier person would say, I can't help it. I started drinking and now I can't help it. But there are people who have given up drinking just because Amma told them, stop. And they could give it up. Even they were themselves surprised that they did it. My dad, he was a chain smoker. But at one point in his life, it was love for Amma that made him stop it overnight. There was a situation created where somebody asked him about this, and he had to give in, saying, okay, that's it. And then grace flowed. When you really have love and your intentions are pure, then God's grace will flow. At that moment, he gave it up and it never came back. He was himself very shocked because before that, he has also tried many times to stop it, but it didn't happen. But when the intention and the love behind his sankalpa was so pure, it happened. God's grace will come at that moment. When your intentions are pure, when you really want it with every cell of your body to give up something or to start a new habit that will be healthy for you, God's grace will come. Somebody will say Tatastu there. But the intention should be strong and pure. Any other questions?
Yep, thank you. So room 4 is Arun, Govind, Melody, Snandini, Siddharth, and Teju.
Namaskar, Mansi Chichi.
Namaskar.
So we talked a lot of the questions that you answered and the questions that other people had were similar to what we were also talking about. So I guess kind of to go off of that, you talked a lot about like making change for ourselves, but how do we go about promoting this change to people like that we're surrounded with in college that are not necessarily like involved in the ashram with Amma or don't have that grip, but how do we help like not only promote these changes for ourselves, but for people around us as well?
First of all, you should start acting it in your for yourself. You should become role models for people to just look at you and feel like, okay, I need to become like that. You should not just start going and preaching to people. That nobody likes. Right or wrong?
Right, completely right.
Nobody wants to hear somebody preach. But when somebody sees an ideal personality, they will automatically start feeling, okay, I need to be like that person. Why is Teju so happy all the time? Why can't I be happy like her? They should start thinking, and then they will come to you and ask you, what is the secret of your happiness? Then you can start talking to them. Right or wrong? So, first, you have to become the role model. When you are able to do it, things will start. Wait a minute.
Gigi, it's really dark. I don't know what's
Yeah,
happening.
I don't know what's happening. I'll just switch on another light, if that's
Okay.
okay. Better?
Oh, way better. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, Teju, is that enough? The answer, or you expected something else or more?
No. That was good.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
be the change that you want to see in the world. First, you have to bring it to yourself. Then, others will start getting inspired. So that's what we were also discussing about peer pressure. That's another big issue that youngsters face. Okay, if all my friends are doing it, I should also be doing it just to fit in. Is that right? Like Teju said, I should be able to bring all of them out of it rather than me also jumping into the well with them. But in order to do that, they should feel inspired by what you do and think. Your life should become an inspiration for them to feel okay. What we were doing all this while was rubbish and nonsense and unhealthy. I want to become like that person. So our life should start reflecting our principles, our values, and obviously, after some time, our friends will also start thinking. Yeah, but it's difficult. See, once your friends are into alcohol and drugs, you cannot pull them out of that. But that doesn't mean you should also go and jump into that well. They might boycott you, isolate you, whatever, but your principles will always protect you from all these unwanted things. Because once you fall into that trap, it's difficult to come out of it. And then all of them will either get inspired or feel jealous of you. Yeah, that person was saved. I am in this ditch that I cannot come out of. So that is how it should be. You can only inspire by showing them what you say, not by just preaching. Is that okay? Next question.
I think we actually reached the end of the questions. We had 4 breakout rooms, and I hope this gives everybody I think this is great. It really connected a lot for me as well.
I did have one just very quick question. Just like if there's I got a message someone who like wants to know if there's any like online Ayurveda classes on any of the Amma platforms, or like just someone who's looking to delve in just like really quickly, like what are some like
This
just
is like asking, can I learn medicine online? It's not that easy. And the sense Ayurveda is such a vast subject, it is the science of life. You think you can learn science of life over from an online course, crash course? No, there is no crash course to life. Ayurveda is the science of life. It takes a lot of time and discipline to learn the subject. But yes, there are principles that all of us need to know. And we can maybe discuss it over some other time when we are together. If you want specific classes on Ayurveda, I can definitely help with that. If you want to understand what is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, I can teach you that. But that should again be for the right reason. You know that, apply it to your life first. Only then is there any use knowing what those things are. Application, whatever you're learning in your AYUDH sessions, main thing is to apply in your own life first. So Ayurveda basically, Ayu and Veda. Veda is knowledge or science. Ayu is life or lifespan. Knowledge of or the science of life. For anything to live a healthy life, these things, Ayurveda has been written by the rishis, not for curing diseases. The first motivation for them to write is for preventing diseases, not curing them. If you lead a proper life, you will be able to prevent diseases. So the first reason why you should know Ayurveda is not say, okay, when I have a cold, should I take tulsi or should I take ginger? No. How to not catch a cold should be the question. Got it? Prevention comes first. That is why this class was all about knowing what the problem is and preventing it. These three things are what causes diseases, but it's all very preventable causes, except the kala, which is basically things from the past that's coming to you or aging and whatever. But all that also, if your karma right now starts getting corrected, future diseases can be prevented. Right? So, whatever is preventable, that should be the focus. Okay, once I get a disease, obviously we have to cure it. That's secondary. Primarily, it is about prevention. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Manasi Techi.
Okay. Well, nice seeing you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and thank you guys for turning on your videos. This is we usually don't get this, so I'm so glad you asked them to do it. So we will postpone the talent showcase to next month because we're running pretty late. We don't want to it's in Eastern time zone. It's like almost
Sorry about
10:30.
that.
No, that's okay. And then Annika graciously agreed to doing it next month. So thank you so much, Annika. Then I think we will do the bhajan and then we will conclude.
Okay, I hope all of you are going to sing the chorus, right? So switch on your mics. I want to hear the chorus.
This will be an experiment. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll
Let's see
see.
how that's going to work.
Okay.
I don't think there's so much of a time lag here. Okay. Durge, 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 Jai Jai Maa.
Durge, 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 Jai Jai Ma.
Jai Durge, 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 Jai Jai Maa.
Jaya Durge,
Durge Jai Jai Ma.
Jaya Durge, 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 Jai Jai Maa.
Jaya Durge,
Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Ma.
करुणासागरि
करुणासागरि
कालिकपालिनि
कालिकपालिनि
जगदोधारिणि
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 जगदम्बे जय जय
जगदम्बे जय जय
जगदम्बे जय जय
जगदम्बे जय जय
दुर्गे 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 जय जय जय
दुर्गे
दुर्गे दुर्गे जय जय
जय दुर्गे 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 जय जय
जय दुर्गे 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 जय जय
करुणासागरि
करुणासागरि
कालिकपालिनि
कालिकपालिनि
जगदोधारिणि
जगदोधारिणि
जगदम्बे जय जय
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 दुर्गे 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 जय जय
दुर्गे 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 जय जय
That was fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Should we end with closing prayers and then we can just conclude? Okay.
ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Thank you so much, Maanasi Chechi. I think we have a lot to think about. This is, go out and do everything with love and then build good habits and improve our mind and body.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Namah Shivaya. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Techi.
Thank you.
Shivaya, thank you so much.
Sure.